Okay, chat. How are we all doing today? What are the shenanigans like? Oh, who all we got here? Let's see. We got Wolf. We got Amaris. Hello, everybody. I've got Dinor. And I've got Hydration. How? I'm doing alright. I got some extra crocheting done today. I found a new setting in Seribot. I was able to check if I had any bots still subscribed to my channel, and it says no, and I went, yippee! But we are back with some more Bloodborne tonight. I know it's not super everybody's thing, but I did want to come back to it and maybe try to slow down with it a little bit. I think I've been trying to rush ahead too hard in it. And so today's gonna just kind of be a little bit of like grinding today, so it might not be the most interesting, but I'd really like to be able to set myself up for success in this, because I remember last time we really weren't doing a ton of damage to things, so I thought it might be a pretty good idea to do a little bit of extra level grinding in it today. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing good. Also, as a heads up, chat, I think we're gonna have probably an extra stream tomorrow. I think there's a new event in Marvel Rivals that starts tomorrow, if I'm understanding correctly, and so we'll probably be playing that. I'm trying to poke a couple people about it and see if they have any plans on playing it. So we'll kind of see what happens and play that one by ear. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing good today. Let's go ahead and load on in here. What's everybody's days been like? What are we having for dinner? I have some kielbasa and veggies and rice. Nom nom nom. Okay. So recently we had done a little bit of leveling and also perished repeatedly. I still have to figure out what I plan on doing with the whole insight thing at some point. But for now, let's go ahead and eat ourselves out of here and get started on the grind here. Damn, I didn't think it'd take me that long to start up today. It still took me 13 minutes to get here. Oh, I should probably put my glasses on. Okay, sorry. It's just keeping track of something there. Okay. So, let's see. We'd ended up down here. Oh boy, now I get to try to remember what on earth I'm doing. Okay. We'd found part of a pathway that returns up here from down in the lower areas, but that we don't really have anywhere else to go from there until we happen to connect back. We have the nonsense on top of that clock tower over there that we are also dealing with. There is a hunter dude up there with, for no particular reason, just an absolute fucking Gatling gun situation going on. Which is So interesting. Oh boy. We are already a little bit getting our butt kicked. It's fine. You're getting back in the swing of things, you know? It'll take a little bit to really lock in here. I do need to make sure that I'm not missing any, like, other, like, directions. It doesn't really look like there's anything connected to this area, though, so I do think I was already going the only way that I really seem to be able to go at the moment. But we are gonna focus on as much fighting things as we can. It's around... Okay, nowhere extra to go. There was a ladder around the corner. No, there wasn't. Oh, that's right. There was mysteriously no enemies around this corner, just the item. Okay. Unfortunately, the dude in the square down there we can't really fight because Mr. Gatling Gun up there has opinions on the matter. I am noticing the light on top of that tower there. I don't know that there was necessarily that I saw a way up that, unless I just missed it. But mostly we're kind of working around that tower, because I am not currently in a strong enough situation to be able to fight it. We had gone up there briefly a couple of times just to try. I didn't do horrendous my first time going up there against him, but I also was very clearly not actually prepared for it. We really weren't doing a ton of damage with each hit, which could be for a variety of reasons. It could be because I'm still using the starter weapon. And it could just be because I haven't done enough grinding leading up to this to be appropriately leveled. That they probably expected me to do a lot more leveling before I got to this point. So I'm probably gonna spend a lot of time in this, like, initial area and kind of just do a little bit of, like, back and forth with it and not really go too far before I just kind of head back and respawn things. Because, like, super don't want to deal with, Mr. Gun Man and his nonsense. I think I need close to 3K for a level at the moment. So just from that chunk there, we got to just under 15, which isn't horrible. We didn't, I think we had none when we started because we had died last time. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of back and forth here to start with, because unfortunately, the game doesn't really do... I need you to wake up so that I can, like, go. Because shit's just not... There we go. Unfortunately, we don't just sit down and have it respawn. We actually have to teleport back and forth a bunch, which isn't the most convenient. I do also have a few items I can use to get a little bit of extra of the blood. Just a sec. Okay, sorry, was just responding to a message. Alright, back to the grind. Ow, sir! It's interesting that sometimes I can get just a full, like, combo off on them without them touching me, and sometimes they hit me several times. Hey, Mom! How's it going? Okay. Back to violence. Attack in to do a little extra damage, you know? Oh geez, yeah, and I really do need to grind blood vials as well. I didn't even think about that. I didn't realize I only have 5 of those right now. Yep, you show up first. Bam. There we go. Oh, here we got a lad coming. Okay, that's 26. Oh, there's like still a guy over here. That did not trigger me getting shot. I thought this platform did trigger me getting shot. What's up with that, huh? Hi, I need your attention and then I need to run away and make you follow me so that I don't get shot without noticing. There we go. Okay, so that puts us at 27. So we'll definitely get 1 level out of this next... Let me see how close I am to a level, and then I can choose if I want to come back here for another round or if I want to use my items. And then we'll probably start making our way back down to the scary building with the lads that scream. Okay, let's see. How close am I?
Very well, let me stand close.
I know it's 3 something. Okay, it's... So, it's 3,300. So I need a little more than 6,000 more. Or no, 600 more, sorry. Not 6,000. I can do math.
Farewell, good hunter.
600 I can probably do in item, I think. I wish that these, like, said how many, because I don't remember. Oops, I was not done in there. Okay, that was 500. That was close. 50 from that. Okay, so that's enough for a level now.
Home. Good. What is it? Very well, let me stand.
Okay. Now I gotta remind myself what certain things... Blood tinge is supposed to be for... the blood weapons. Vitality's always nice. So strength only jumps 1 in the weapon attack, 3 in physical defense. Same amount in physical defense, but skill jumps a little bit more in the right hand attack. None of these... Because I thought that the blood tinge was supposed to increase my left hand weapon, my gun, because it does fucking weird ass silver blood bullet thing. Okay, here we go. We can look at physical weapon attack, determines whether or not you can use certain equipment. More nuanced, whether or not... Okay. Power that use... US bullets. Okay. So that should increase my... That should increase that weapon attack, but it doesn't seem to... I probably just need to bring it up more than I think I do. I would also just like to get my health higher. I want to get my health to like 20, honestly, but I also just don't feel like I'm doing a ton of damage to things.
Farewell, good hunter.
There's no great way to do this. King emotes. Okay. So we do a tiny bit extra damage now. So we will start heading into... back into the lower area. Past Scary Mickey in there. So yeah, we just gotta take our time getting past... getting past the tower. Okay, we will still kill most of the things up in here. No reason for us not to still get these blood echoes as we make our way down. Okay. We did not get poisoned by assholes here. And just genuinely take my time. See? That's what I'm talking about not doing here. These guys also really don't drop the healing item as much as some of the other area did. I think I need to raise a different stat to help that. I'm constantly afraid of... Okay. Okay, 2 more blood vials. Love it, love it. I know I need to use the gun more. Oh, fuck, you're still alive. Okay, that was a little scary. It's fine. Okay. And see, like, we're already getting back to the point with the blood echoes where I would want to go back and be prepared to level up again. Oh, there's the fire again! Okay. Oh, that was not the button I wanted. What's the button I wanted? This is the button I wanted. Oh, God. Fire is wildly effective on these, which is, I guess, good to know. But fire seems to be wildly effective on most things in this game, so grain of salt, I suppose. I wish I could shenanigan my way up this. Okay, we are out of fire again, which is fine. Yep, that's gonna get hit by that. Yep, let's get some lads in here. Hello. Yeah, see? Already almost ready to head back. Like, finding the point that connects me to the other location without getting obliterated by Mr. Danger McGee over there would be great. But, like, I don't seem to be able to get anywhere useful. Like, I can't fight that hunter down there in broad connection to fucking, you know? So I can't see if there's a connecting path going down up over there. Because, yeah, I mean, it looks like it starts heading down over there somewhere, but, like... Don't stomp at me, someone who's stompy. Around here so I can look down. I'm trying to see if that little wood bridge drops down onto anything or if that goes way too far, and I think it goes way too far, unfortunately. I don't know if I can have a spot here that's... Yeah, it's really too close, I think, of a call of if I could drop that and still survive. I don't think I could. I think that goes much too far. Heard. Okay, we've got 3 guys, I think, up in this business. Okay. There's that dude standing up now. Yep, come here. We deal with you guys oh so slowly. And yeah, here's another level already. At 35, I'm pretty sure that's, like, right up there. Ow. I didn't quite do that very well. Spot was so weird. Okay, yeah, I mean, if I can get this guy to do the annoying thing from last time, where I just kind of awkwardly deal with him out of range of everything, maybe... But it is gonna be a long fight doing it that way. Especially when he doesn't quite make it all the way up. Very much, in theory, this could go somewhere. But not if that happens! See, that's the biggest problem, is it's not quite out of range. Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god, I'm fine. Woo! Oh boy. And see, okay, so yeah, there's a ladder there, but there's no way I can use that ladder while Mr. Gatling Gun's doing his bullshit. So that does connect up in there. I could 100% fight him like this, and I might, actually. Because if he's not there, I can run up in there and hide behind shit. Especially since he's not exactly regaining health. Alright, who's ready for cheese? This is why we slow down and take our time, because cheese is delicious. Okay, it's not quite in the right spot this time. Oh, come on, dude. Where did I have to stand to get you to come far enough up that I could actually hit you? Come on, I wasted a fire paper on this. Come on. Yeah, if I can hit him with the stronger attacks like that, it'll be huge. Because we're out of range here of Mr. Obnoxious Face McGee up top. I will 100% cheese his ass. He's already about half-ish way, chat. I'm dropping Reich. No, no, that's not the right. Don't react like that. Oh, he healed. No! You asshole. God damn it. Wonder how far up those stairs I could stand to get him to come down to me. Come on. Going. Certainly going. Fine. No. Unbreak like that. Don't do this. Is he losing health to something? was losing health to something. That's so weird. Alright, slight problem. I am out of healing items, which sucks a lot. Oh shit. Really? Yeah, stand and fire again. Sure, dude. Like, Jesus. Okay. Torturing myself again? Only a little bit. I mean, it's not super fine, but like, you know. Ow, fuck! Oh, he can hit me from there. That's so bullshit! I really thought that I was gonna have stuff to hide behind. Oh, jeez. Alright, Hunter. Thanks for popping in. Have a good one, dude. Get some good rest. Damn, I really thought I'd be safe behind that. That sucks. I didn't even get to pick up the item. It's probably gone forever now. Now I'm gonna be sad. Like, if I was gonna die anyways, I would have gone and picked up their shit. Which sucks a lot. I at least have to try to go get my stuff back. I can't see far enough down to see what all's still on the ground over there. Okay. Okay. Oh, hi. Hopping down right next to that lad. Okay. Drop down off here. Go and deal with this guy. Thankfully, it's not gonna be hard to get back there to, like, look for our stuff. Can't step out too far there or I'm gonna get hit. Hi! Yep, there you are, little guy. Yep, get stuck, break that, alert your friend. You both come and fight me. Hey. Oh my god, that fire scares me every time. I am always afraid of it. guy out. Okay. Now, at any point here, my blood echoes could just be, like, vibing on the ground. So I just need to be, like, super careful of that, you know? Those. Get your attention. Woo! Hi! Bullets! Okay. Yep, let's get your attention here. Well, one blood vial's better than no blood vial. Okay, is there or is there not a dude walking around down there? Nope, he is gone. I lost whatever item he had for me, which sucks. Oh, well, actually, that might be his item in the middle there, but those are my blood echoes, which is great. If I just didn't stop running, I could maybe find somewhere safe over there. I really want whatever this is, though. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going! No, 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 no. This statue doesn't fucking protect shit. There's a lower section that I might be safe in there. I guarantee there's an enemy in it. There looks like a drop-off right there. I have no health. I think my best bet is to work my way back out of here, actually. To reverse my steps, get out of here, attempt to get more health, level up, and start this chunk over. Because I've got a lot of stuff and not a lot of... I am being chased by something, though, which scares me right now. Fuck. Okay. That's a better spot to lose it in. It's a better spot to lose it in. It's easier to get it back and get out of here from. Ooh, people are being very loud out there. I love jumping past an enemy with an attack. It's very helpful. are people doing out there? There's a lot of thumping around going on outside my door. I definitely think after we get my echoes and get back to... Ooh, that was a little bit laggy. Don't do that, game. Get my echoes, get back, level... I think maybe I can get 2 levels out of that. And use whatever is left over, even if I have to spend some of my items to get more blood echoes, I'm gonna have to buy some healing items, because they are just super not dropping from here. What the heck is going on out there? Okay, hold on a sec, chat. Give me a sec. Shut up. my gosh, chat. It was the dog and the cat were playing with each other, and they just happened to be up against my door, and so they were just knocking on my door. Oh, so helpful of them, so helpful. Okay, we've got ads starting. I should have ran them while I went to check on what was going on. Anyways, people aren't gonna miss a ton since I'm just running back to get my blood echoes. Hello. Yoink. Heck. I was really hoping that was gonna be more healing items. How rude. I don't think I needed to take damage just making contact with you like that, but you know. Whew, you swung fast. That was scary. Okay. Woo! Hello! Fuck. Okay, that was a... I am filled with fear. I would love if something would drop a fucking healing item right about now. Oh, man. Okay, it's fine though, we just need to make it... Has that fall always done damage to me? Or am I crazy? Come back here. What are you doing? Let me hit you. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. I don't think there is anything I can do about my health right now. I could just use the thing, but that feels like such a desperate... Panicking. Please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. Huh? Okay. Oh god, he's still shooting at me. Fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're gonna try this again. Twitch keeps making you want a crunch bar. Oh no. Okay. We're gonna spend these echoes, buy some healing items. Yeah. Do I have any in here? No. Oh wait, this is not. I need to look at. No, okay. It's fine. Okay, this guy. 4, huh? 4 is better than none. If we want to make it back to our echoes without fucking it up. We super just did not play that well, unfortunately. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Come here, my guy. Okay, got most of that health back. Where did you go, Cloudman? Did you just, like, get stuck in the tree? Oh, I hate that for me. Stuck in the tree is not a good thing, because as soon as you unstuck from the tree... Okay. There we go. Doing good. We've still got plenty of health. Okay, yep, there's you. Doing my rights up also. Alright, your turn, little guy. Okay. Lots of gemstones from these, but... Oh, I have taken damage there every time. Okay. Okay, so there's that guy. Let's get these two handled. Yep, break those ones. The fewer of these are in the room, the better, honestly. fix that. Okay, that fire was much too close for comfort. I am not seeing... Is that my blood echoes in the corner there? I hope so. Oh, nope, you have them. Okay. Barely see that in there. Hell yeah. Oh my god, yeah, we're heading back so fast. We are super heading back now. I am not getting caught with all of this. And... I'll hydrate! Hell yeah, Nightshade. We will be right with that. Momentarily. Hello, Sky, as well. Sky and Nightshade both hello. Okay. Should be safe now. Let's hydrominate. How? Oh, I'm doing all right today. We're kind of trying to slow things down this time around and then get some leveling in to help us progress. We're being okay with the fact that we're not going anywhere. We're slightly crying over the fact that we killed that one hunter and didn't get the items before getting obliterated by the fucking Gatling gun again. So... oh well. Okay. Let's do this now.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it? Very well, let me stand close.
Okay. That one. I want to do that one. I want to do that one. Nope, I can't afford that one. Okay, let's do those two to start with. I'm at 3,000. I need 4,271. So that means I need to get 1,200, just over 1,200. It's more like 13 if I'm being super picky about it.
May you find your worth in the...
Uh-huh, yep, sure. I don't think I can get that 350 times... actually, if I used all of them... What times 4 is only 1,400. I would have to use all 5 for another level. I would have to. It's not worth it. I mean, they've got to be used for something, right? Or no, hold on. I needed... That's 1,750. That's what I needed, right? I don't remember the number I needed.
Welcome home, good... What is it? Very well, let me...
Oh, no, I only need 13, so just 4 of them would do it. It's 14. Okay, I'd have 1 left over. I know math.
Farewell, good hunter.
I know basic math, chat.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it? Very well, let me stand.
That one up. Okay.
Farewell, good.
Sister got you a breakfast burrito with bacon in it. Hell yeah. Okay, I can't afford anything else though, unfortunately. Sag. Alright, few more levels on us there, and I suppose all there is to do is to head back in. If I can make it down there, there's a spot I can check out that had a drop down if I can make it back to it. Also looking to see how much money I need to level up some other my weapons again. Going well. Yep, you come here. Let's get these guys' attention down here. Blood vials are amazing. Those make us very happy. Model is not syncing when you talk. Yeah, I don't know why it's not moving its mouth when I talk. I don't even know if I can actually fix that. It's responding to my face, but it's just not talking. It's been having a lot of issues lately, and I don't know why. I might need to check to see if the program needs to update. Let me check my settings on it real quick and see if I can figure out what its deal is and if I've turned it off somehow on accident. Maybe I turned off lip sync somehow. No, it should be mouth. Oh, wait. Oh, it's okay. I pushed a single button that didn't actually do anything, but it's talking again, so problem solved. I just turned the lip sync off, started lip syncing anyways, and I turned it back on and it's still lip syncing, so whatever, as long as it's back now. So helpful. There we go. But yeah, like I said, I don't know why it's been having a lot of issues lately. Because before it was like falling over weirdly a whole bunch anytime I looked away, and then the lip sync broke, and hopefully it's okay now. Yep, good old turn it off and back on again. Classic. Okay. Oh, asshole. I have so fucking many of these gemstones, I am going to have to sell them. Because it is simply too many gemstones. I just fell off, god damn it. Ah! Well. Getting jump scared by noises again. That's what I get for trying to take a quicker path across that bridge instead of being patient. Oh my gosh, I have so many notifications all of a sudden. Oh boy, I would really love to find some sort of path that links back to here so that I can go any other direction for like even 5 minutes. Some kind of change of scenery would be lovely right now. Okay, we're starting to get some blood vials again here, which is nice. You stuck in the tree again? You are, you're stuck in the tree again. There you go. I don't know why he initially gets stuck when he can lunge out of there just fine. It's kind of weird. Oh, you have my stuff. I don't know why you have my stuff, but you certainly have it. I'll take that back, thanks. My Blood Echo Super should have been on the level below, but whatever. We're getting more blood vials now. That one level seems to be doing us a world of good. Okay. I would like for that dude to break through those ones. Yeah. That makes it a lot easier for me to do things. If those specific pots are broken through. Because then I can get to this corner with safety much easier. And have less a chance of throwing myself off this ledge. Hey. Crap. Snap. More antidotes from the poison man. shooting. Like, we're gonna get fucking shot. Like... Okay. One of the lads. Woo! Hate it. Oh god, fuck! Scared me there! Yeah, that was quite the jump scare on that one. Eh. Okay, there's you. Let's handle you next. Okay. Thank God that Gatling gun versus tree, you know? I'm very glad that tree wins this fight. Okay, you know, I really do want to check out some of the lower section up there. I know I can't get to that ladder, but like... No, we can't open this. This connection point bothers me because there's not even a fucking, like, lantern here, unless killing the dude up top is gonna make one. But that'd be so annoying to climb down all those ladders every time. There has to be a better spot this all connects to. Like, I really want to know what's right here. There's something to, like, drop onto. That has to be a drop-off spot. I'm so scared. Every little action is awful in every way. I just, like, can't take a strong enough look at this before I get shot at. Be sure of, like, what's the best way to go down there. And unfortunately my options are just fucking go for it and hope I don't die, or... Feels like such a long drop. Oh god, oh god. Okay, okay, we've committed to the bit. Where the fuck do I run off next? Here? Okay, okay, okay. I'm certainly going somewhere. Okay, we are very close to street level, which means we're very close to connecting to all that. I hope. God, I hope. That's a really big room. Okay, we've got 2, 3, at least 4 poison guys in here. There's another one, 5 poison guys. Got a fast guy above. Things breaking. Sounds like dudes coming towards me. I am really scared of this whole room aggroing. That dude coming down the stairs? Yes, yes he is, okay. Alright, first things first, you. Come here. Hi, what are you doing? Okay, that's the whole room. Building is scary, especially since none of these enemies are reacting the way that I feel like they should be. Files are great. Sounds like there's something. Oh, it's above me. That's why. I'm like, why do I hear something over here? Directional sound being real weird today. Just scare me. Really? That feels like a sad reward. Okay. I'm not loving that this is going up instead of down. I really hoped this would connect down, not up. Just the two. For now, anyways. Rifle spear. Hello? Oh, I don't like this. The red moon hangs low and beasts rule the streets. Are we left no other choice than to burn it all to cinders? ominous. Charred garb. Oh, this just connects right back up to where we were. Gosh darn it. I was so hopeful too. I am immediately afraid of getting shot by a Gatling gun if I come out of here. Maybe he can't angle this low. I can't quite see him, so... Where are they going when I do this? That's where you're going? That's where you think you're gonna hit me? Shit, fuck it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Ah! Okay. Hi! Hi, everybody! That was a frustrating circle of nothing. Okay. Damn. That didn't take us down at all like I was hoping it would. And I don't know if there's a different way I could have shenaniganed my run off of the cliff there to get down, but like, And with so many levels, I just want to head back, but I'd have to redo that whole area to get back down here again. I've got 7,000, which is enough for another level. And with no, like, choice in, like, lanterns, you know? I have to go all the way back to level. And I can only imagine that I missed whatever the connecting point is that makes me able to come back to previous lantern, but like... Ooh boy, is it rough running all the way back. And like y'all seen, I've been looking for a way to get back here other than this, but currently running back's really the only option. At least we got to see something new today. We've seen one room different than what we've seen for the past 2 plays. Oh, jeebus. Okay. Hello.
Welcome. What is it you... Very... Let me stand...
Let's see... Okay. Head back. We're getting to a better spot on our healing item, which, oh no, fuck, I need to go check leveling my weapons real quick. I have to go back, sorry. Whoops. And back in so I can check that. Okay, that's up in here. Okay, I can level my cane again, which is huge. So let's do that. And then... if I can do the blunderbuss again, I might as well. Okay. Oh, I should check on repairing as well. Nope. Leveling them repairs them. Okay. Ooh. Second slot. Okay, I pay attention. Oh, I have some higher level ones. This will attack up and charge. So let's swap out you, and then let's put a second one in. HP continues to recover +1. Excuse me. Don't mind if I do. Okay. So that's nice. Okay. Let's... have a little bit of money. I might as well. Get 2 of those. Get some bullets as well. Okay, there. Now we're at 10 and 13 again, respectively. Okay. That was a pretty hefty spending spree there. We've gotten a handful of levels since we started. We leveled both of my weapons. We put new gems in... 2 new gems into one of the weapons, so now it has 2 instead of 1. Got some new items, a lot of good stuff there. So, we should be in quite a bit better of a spot here. So... okay. See what we can manage. Oh god, my sword's in sword mode. Hate it. Gross. Ew. There we go. Still takes largely the same amount of swings to do anything, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, we do very slowly now recover health. It's not a lot, but any little bit while we're running around doing shit, you know? We are getting more of our health back, though, which is great. Yeah, things are looking real nice here at the moment. We are necessarily in a place to handle Clock Tower Dude yet, though. I don't feel confident in our level yet. Rocks again. They do. Okay. That is to this button. Yeet! Come here, rock boy. Do have Molotovs. I could try to fight the guy again. If I had... I don't have any oil, though, which is even better for Molotovs. Not that I particularly think... That was not great. I'm back to not feeling too confident about the idea of fighting him. It's fine. Especially if I'm not full, on the healing item. You. I know there's supposed to be another fast one, so I'm a little hesitant here on what's going on. Ow. Fuck you, asshole. Eat. Oh boy. Yeah, getting more of those, healing overtime things will be amazing, I think. I probably could have looked to see if there was another one that I already had, but, well... I hear you behind me! Fucking knew it! Okay. You taken care of. So, my only option really is to just work my way down. That looks like my path probably to street level as well. I hate this building, yeah. Yeet! Cool. Now you can't fall down behind me. Don't run away. Okay, and I know if I go out this way, I'm gonna trigger Screamy Face McGee Hole. There's other Screamy Face McGee Hole. Alright, chill. I don't love your presence. Okay. But yeah, I'm worried about what happened last time. It was pretty chaotic. Screamy Face McGee Hole is in the room to the right here. Don't know that I can properly handle him before I get overrun again. Okay, okay. That was all right. Okay. Who else is screaming? Please don't. Alright, here's the slow ones coming up next. Someone's attacking from somewhere, or at least I think they're trying to. Rabbit, hello! Okay. 3 of them are headed back down. It sounds like there might still be one above me. I am gonna go double check the scenario above me here. Because I can use this. I'm doing alright. We've done good so far today. Which always helps. There's actually level above me, it looks like, that I don't have access to right now. Okay, that's That's that way. 1, 2, 3. So it looks like just the 3 that we've already laid eyes on. And then whatever is, like, on the other side of the doorway. If it's just the 3 of them in there, hell yeah. I am a little scared of how big the room is, that something's gonna happen in here. Oh, there's one in the doorway. Okay, so that's 4. At least. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. Always good to see people. Oh, not where I thought this door was. Interesting. Okay. Eat. Okay, I need a spot where I can actually hit them as they show up in view here. Yep. Come here. God, it sounds like something is still above me and it's freaking me out. Okay, so that was 3 of the 4. Very scared of the giant blob in the middle of the room. Okay, I do need to do some dropping off ledges to get that item, though. I might do that first. Before I go making myself cry by entering a big, scary open room. Because open spaces in Souls games are completely safe, right, chat? We all love big open spaces. We're never in any danger with a big open space. Ah. Drop down on this side of it if I wanted. What in the whistle? Blood, huh? Hey, good idea. Who the fuck is outside whistling? And the posture check. Thank you, thank you. Come here, you. Let me deal with you, please. Okay. Our knowledge. I am going to stick to the side. That seems like the best bet, just in case. I feel like if a boss room was going to trigger here, it would have already. But, like, I'm clearly paranoid. But don't cling to the wall like that, sir. I really quite hate that, actually. Okay, we've got birds down there. I really, really, really want a lantern right now. Like, really, really want. Where did we came from up there. So that's the direction of looping back up to. I really don't want to redo all of this. Okay. And because of the random spot where the giant grabbed us out of, the invisible giant grabbed us out of nowhere, I'm hesitant to hang around anything too long that doesn't have any, like, thing particularly going on with it. Oh my god, please tell me this connects to... Oh my god, please, please, please tell me this oh my god. This connects to right underneath of the fucking clock tower. Oh, thank god. Okay, it's something. It's not perfect, but I will take it. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's something. Okay. It does not give me an actual lantern, but it does mean I don't have to go back through that building ever again. God, thank you. Okay, yep, standing up. Standing up. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I really could not see them in the smoke like that. Welcome back from the ads chat. Ooh, it's that fucker! Ooh! Why? You're wondering what you missed. We found the connection point, to just below the clock tower. So we never have to go back through that horrifying room ever again. It's not exactly a lantern, but I mean, it does cut a chunk out and make it easier to get back to this point here, so I'll take it. Werewolf dog fuckers. These dogs are such a pain in the ass. Meow, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Ooh, hi! Oh, you were getting actually quite close to me without me noticing. A roar. Ow. Okay, these actually don't hurt as bad as they used to, which is good. We've at least leveled that much. Okay, that one's coming back up this direction, so I'm gonna grab this real fast. So that I can focus on fighting it. It's on PC. I noticed some heavy stutter. No, this is on my PlayStation. I'm using a capture card for it. So it might be the capture card, but I haven't noticed any stutter on my end, so it might be the stream. Yeah, looking from inside that body, that's very helpful. Okay, where... Trying to, like, look up and have, like, a sense of where I'm at, roughly. So I can know roughly what direction I'm trying to head to. Okay, okay. That tiny bridge gives me a sense of where I'm at. I need to get, like, roughly that direction based on where I'm trying to specifically get to. I see a giant door over there, which is only ever mildly concerning. Open gate. Do I want this? Nope. Well, that's a quick answer to that question. But no, this is not a PC port that someone has put together. This is actually on my PlayStation. Small tower, big tower. Big tower is what we want. Big tower has the door up and out of here. So that's where I need to get to. Okay. Note, lad up on wall. Keep an eye out as we move into this far, far too open space. There it is. Yep, fuck. Okay. Oh my god, I'm way too easy to jump scare. Old Yarnum is so cool. Oh, I guess I should also say, for reference, for new friends, this is my first playthrough, so just be careful with like spoilers and stuff. I like to experience games and suffer the consequences. That is a lot of breathing. Hi. Well, or I could manage to fuck that up immediately. That's also an option. Fuck you. Okay. We've got a long, suspicious walk up some stairs here. But theoretically, I think this is the tower that connects to the door. Don't worry, I finished Bloodborne a few days ago and I have no idea what I was doing. There. I think I need to get all the way to the top. I am, like, trying to keep my camera in such a way that I will know if there is an enemy ready to stare me down. Watch this just not at all be the tower I needed. Oh. I'm just a dork that doesn't have eyes. Oh, I found what I needed! Oh, hell yeah. Oh, this is such great news. Oh my god, this is perfect in every way. Oh, we finally have the shortcut. Oh, I'm so happy. This is everything that we've been waiting for. Being patient paid off. The little bit of grinding we did was worth it. Fuck you, little creepy lad. I'm going back. Yes! I didn't want to emote, but that's also fine. It's very realistic to how I feel at the moment. Oh my god, the little bit of grinding we did. So worth it. We're finally at a point where we can make it back. Tash, hello! I got a checkpoint!
Welcome home. What is it?
Oh,
Very well.
let's get a little bit of...
Let
I think
me
we can
stand
get... I think I can get one level out of this,
Now,
what I've got right now, which is fine. Where am I at right now? How are we feeling about stuff? I should probably do the one for my... You know, I was like 90% sure that this was supposed to be gun-related stuff, but my weapon attack is still sad. I like the game, but one lamp for one pole big area is a real pain in the ass. It really is. It was wildly upsetting to realize that that's how this was gonna work in the first chunk. And yeah, this whole section has been a nightmare. I still haven't dealt with the dude on the clock. I kind of just left him there. I was like, screw you. I'm doing no damage to you. Let's see. Look at... no. Should at some point probably do my endurance. I haven't hardly touched it, I don't think. Yeah, let's go ahead and do 1 and 2 endurance. Actually, how much was it for the next one? How close am I? Okay, I need 400. I don't think I have enough for that. Oh, actually, if I use...
Farewell, good heart.
Why won't you let me? There we go. If I use this, I'll have enough. There we go.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me...
Okay. I'm a coward. Give me more health. Perfect. Okay. Sorry, I was responding to message stuff. Okay.
Farewell, good heart.
Oh yes, a very helpful roll, thank you. Alright, back into the danger uh-ohs. Just a second, chat. I'm trying to set some stuff up. Oh shoot, time zones. My brain's not time zoning, That one. Okay, sorry, chat. Okay, and now we can do this lovely thing where we come this way. We go, hi, little weirdo, go away. Leave us alone. Shenanigan off into the distance. I should probably at some point attempt to kill one of these, but I don't like them. So I just weirdly wait for them to vanish into the ether. Problem solved. Okay. And I just need to shenanigan my way off of the roof. Get low. Just... Do I just jump off again? No. Yes? No. Yes. Yes, okay. They're your upgrade materials, though? It's fine. Now I can see what's out here. I knew it! I knew it! I knew you were gonna be back here! Rude. If I knew it, I should have just been ready to shoot him. But, you know, it's fine. Okay. Heading back down, is there gonna be a large lad at the bottom of this staircase? Ready to explode out of a doorway at me again? Or, like, is that done? Rhetorical question. Thinking aloud, it's fine. Oh, I think he's already outside. Or I'm seeing things. Both are fine. Okay. Knock that off. Okay, now time to run up to every door until we find something that opens. That's a fog cloud with a lad. You know, probably. Scary noises. Who's screaming? Don't scream at me, it's rude. You scare me. Who's screaming? Where are they at? Oh, hello. Alright, it's like a lad in the fog, right? Yes, I just can't fucking see them. Hate these tiny little narrow ass where I can't hit them. You suck. You know that, right? There. If I stand enough to the side, I can hit it. think we are circling around to where that dude's gonna jump off the top of the roof at us. Might want to go back around and handle him where I can see him coming. Oh, hello. I really don't want those able to sneak up on me. How far down here are you gonna come? They turn around to the edge of the bridge, so as long as I'm paying attention, they should be okay. You know, you could totally climb that if you wanted to. Just saying, game. I can see you! Like, really well. Really? You're just gonna throw the rock at the ground? I just, like... There we go. That worked! Problem solved. Okay, this does not loop around where I thought it did. It's better that I came over here. Beast blood pellets. Ew! Creepy. Creepy, but I love it. Dog noises. Ah, dog dinner noises. I see. Okay. Now we can come around whatever this horrifying death trap is. Don't hear the sounds of anything breathing on me. Bloodborne truly captured how a day in London is? Oh, jeez. Have you ever actually been? Or are from, or... It would be cool to visit someday. I've never gotten to go... I don't think I've even... okay, not true. I was about to say I don't think I've ever actually been outside the country, but I was outside the country when I was really little. The family went and visited places while I was an itty bitty baby. I was just too young to remember. Oh well. That looks bad and awful, and I'm gonna cry. I know myself well enough to know that this is gonna suck. Hi. What's an Alfred? I'm scared. Oh! What's up, Alfred? My dog's about to scream to be let out of the room. I'm gonna do that before I get distracted in a fight. Okay. I love how I easily get scared by the slightest of things. Alfred, you're terrifying. You're really not. You're actually not as scary when I see you in person. But not knowing what was happening... Which clearly means I was right, and this is gonna be a boss fight. I just could summon help for said fight, which is lovely and awful and scary. Please don't take damage to random bullshit out here, Alfred. I need you in tip-top shape for this fight. Big hammer. Okay. Okay. Excessive. Calm down. Sure there's nothing hiding behind all of this shit. You're coming in a little slow there, Alfred. I'm gonna need you to pick it up a bit. I don't want to go in there. It makes me sad. Alright. Alright, well, time to go be sad. Oh, boy. This is awful in every single way. 19 out of 20 on the health. Medicinal pellet. Oh, sorry. That grants short-lived beasthood. Spurt of beasthood. Ripping apart the flesh of one's enemies and being rained upon by their splattering blood invigorates one's sense of beasthood, feeding strength and euphoric feeling alike. That seems perfectly safe. I don't have any oil to use with the Molotovs, so I'm not going to use it on this attempt. I would rather perish, do a little bit of grinding, and buy some oil when I come back if I don't first try this, which I don't suspect I will. Alright, you about to rush the shit out of me? Alfred, I choose you. Go! I'm scared. Blood-starved beast. This is fine. I would like to get a target lock on you. Okay. Damn, I couldn't even heal before I died of the poison. That was so fast. You cannot get grabbed by that. Alfred lives for fucking ever, by the way. Holy shit. Halfway on our first try there, and he was just like, yeah, I'm good. Okay, the issue being, though, that took a lot of our healing items. Actually, how many did it take? I used more bullets, I think, than healing items. Yeah, I used, like, no healing items. That's fine. Okay. I don't know that I have enough... Actually, I might have enough to buy some stuff if I use those. Let me see how much I need to spend to buy some things. Yeah, I need to check that. Actually, I got a new set of armor. I need to see if it's any better than what I'm using. Connect the brain to the things that works. No, don't do that. That's not what you want to do. Alright, let's start with that. I can't even buy oil from here. Under Chief Emblem, key to the gate of the Grand Cathedral's round plaza. Oh. Interesting. 10,000, huh? That's gonna be an annoying grind. Cold is messing with your joints. Yeah, it gets pretty bad, huh? I don't even know if it's worth it to buy Molotovs if I can't buy oil to go with it. At that rate, I don't... I feel like I wasted the 1,000 there, then. If I don't buy something with it, at least. Okay. There. Okay, we do have to, unfortunately, make it back there, but, like... okay, hold on. First, don't forget to check the thing you wanted to check. You got a new... okay, I don't think any of these set that I got is gonna be... okay, I mean, like, depending on what I'm after out of it. I don't think I want to drop poison resist, though. It's a little hit or miss, but yeah, I don't want to lose what little poison help I have here, because it's already not great. Okay, not that I necessarily think I'm going to be able to do a lot of good with this if I can't survive the hit, but... because that poison killed me almost immediately. I didn't even have time to hit the heal. Because I would have had to out-heal it since I didn't have my antidote equipped like a dork. I didn't even think that the boss of this area was going to be poison, which makes sense in retrospect, obviously, but like... alright, there, I killed one. Hooray! Okay. Slowly make our way back down. There's a handful of danger dogs on the way. that was helpful. I know there's a dog on this side as well. Yep, come here. Oh, the dog's poison here too. Okay, noted. Okay, grab that. Okay. And I think it was a pretty straight shot down. Oh, hello. I don't remember you last time. Nope. Wow, or I could just not hit it in the slightest. Alright. Alfred, my guy. The man, the myth, the legend, the man of the hour, the dude with the power. The cannon fodder! What's up, my guy? Okay, I don't want to sit here forever until I get to full health, so I'm just gonna do that. So that I can go in pretty prepared. expecting the third phase change there. So much closer, though. Oh, man. I close my window. My room's getting chilly. I get so quiet during boss fights. The focus settles in hard. Check some stuff real quick here. Let's take a short break here, chat. We've been going about almost just under 3 hours. I don't want to go too much longer tonight, but I do want to get up and stretch a little bit here. So, y'all know the drill with breaks. Make sure you guys get up, stretch, get some food, get some water, whatever it is that you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself, and we will be right back. Okay, I am back. Okay, so let's give this fight a couple more tries here, shall we? Let's see. Problem being that I don't have any bullets left. So we need to do a quick grind of bullets here, it looks like. So let's go fight some lads real quick. Hello, give me courtesy. Ow. Very rude. Lad. Whoops. That got a little sketchy there, that's fine. Okay, we got a few blood vials. Let's go buy ourselves some bullets. Not quite as much money as I would have liked, but I do have a few more. I think I have a few more things I can use to gain echoes to buy a little bit more stuff. Because no way do I go into that fight at 0. That would be a death sentence. Whee! Okay. Oh. Trying to think what adjustments I might need to make to my blood gem stuff here. No, it's all the same stuff. Okay. I mean, I could just do... That's not a lot more damage, since I could just do more damage, but I don't think it's gonna be worth it in the end. I don't have enough for that. Oh, that's right. I don't actually know what the difference here was. I didn't. I took a picture of it on my phone to compare. That's right. I need to see how worth it that item is for what I'm needing right now. Okay, physical defense is quite a bit low. Those stats are affected by what I don't know that this is accurate anymore. Oh no, it is. Okay. General physical goes down, but blunt and thrust both go up. Poison resist is a little bit higher. Arcane and fire and bolt are all higher. So, I mean, I could spend insight on this chest piece. Don't know if it's worth it, though. If I don't buy the full set, if I just get the chest piece... Interesting little thing that increased there as I thought that. Suspicious. Okay, how much... Use both of these to be able to buy just a little bit more. Not a lot more, but a little bit. Just 3 more. Ugh. Not great. No, okay. Back we go. Yeah, the problem with being able to do this many more times is that we're not really getting a lot of items by the time we get back to it, so we're really having to, like, grind every time we re-enter the fight, which is rough. Okay, heading back down we go. This guy, gone forever. Down, down the long, winding path we go. No. Getting shards from them, which is like fine, but I really need more like actual items out of all of this. You just like not back away? I don't agree with this. This is bullshit. Absolute garbage. I for sure think I shot him just fine the first time. And I think that's a load of crap. Whoops, hello. Please, item, please. Fuck! I'm so so screwed going into this now. Ding dong. I'm not getting the items I need out of this. This sucks. Alfred, my guy. I hold not fear in my soul. Breathe, my dude. It's dead. It's dead! Okay, this is awful and I'm not at all prepared. You know, the temptation to just, like, push the button to teleport out of here with my shards. heal myself, I would have won! The poison made me panic, damn! Ugh. That's a rough one to lose, that close. Ugh. I was getting better at, staggering him, too. I was getting the timing on it a little bit better. Alfred was super getting stun-locked a couple times at the end there. He was getting really caught in corners. Not that that room has a lot of corners. He was getting pushed up against the pillars pretty badly, though. Oh, man. Oh, I couldn't have staggered him if I wanted to. That's why it didn't work. I did, I think, try, and that might be why I got poisoned. Because I think I tried to stagger him when I didn't have bullets left. And I wouldn't have thought of the button to make blood bullets either, because it would have freaked me out. But I think it would have been worth it in that fight if I'd noticed I was out. Oh, man. Rough. Okay, I need to do a hefty grind of stuff if I want to do that fight again, though, because I don't even remotely have what I need. Honestly, if I'd been able to go in with the full stack of everything I needed, I think I would have won. I had a much better time of pulling the aggro off of Alfred so he could use his heal ability. Except towards the end there. So I definitely think that it's kind of a full grind or nothing kind of fight. Seems to be how I have to do these. I am getting all sorts of worked up, though. Ow. Okay. I don't even think I can teleport out of a fight with my runes. It might be worth a try. Go in there, grab all my shit, and then just slam the Awaken anew without losing blood echoes and see if it works in there. Because if it does, there's a lot of blood echoes in there. And if not, well, fuck. Either way, I'm gonna do all of these guys here. Don't want both of them, though. That's a waste of an antidote. Smack. Shit, fuck. fuck, shit, fuck, shit. Oh, I don't remember there being so many of you. Oh my god, that scared me. Oh my gosh, I'm... I'm fine. Okay. Almost 4K should be enough to buy at least a lot of stuff. A weird turn there, that's my fault. Okay. Ooh, my thing's gonna be really far in, though. I died towards, like, the back of the building. Okay, we're gonna go back first to the lamp. We're gonna buy at least enough stuff that if it doesn't let me teleport out, I can attempt the fight. And if it does let me back out, I can level up and then attempt the fight. Assuming I don't wildly fuck up the plan. Which is always possible. Wakey wakey girl.
Ah, I must have... What is
You
it?
did drift off, thank you.
Very well.
I don't think you can level me though, so I
Let
don't
me
know why I'm interacting with you. I need this! Okay, let's go. That would be like everything. So let's do that. That. It's not quite as many as I would have liked. Oh, I should use this, though. I feel like there has to be a secondary use for it. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm scared. It's fine. That's at least enough stuff to attempt the fight. It's not great, but I don't have a lot of antidote either. I could go through the other side, try to get more antidote. I accidentally used one of my antidotes because I wasn't paying attention. This will be a rough fight if I'm gonna get poisoned. Like, that's just gonna happen. Having little to no antidote to use during it is rough. I have 2. Alright, let me fight the dudes over here and see if I can't get, like, one more. These are the ones that usually drop antidote. Because they poison you. Or it can give me a blood vial, that's also an option. It's not my favorite option, but it's an option. Usually it's my favorite option, but currently when I'm looking for antidotes... that's right. I exist. Hi. Damn. None of those guys dropped something. Okay, well. Head towards the fight. Try to use the thing once I pick up my shit. Abandon poor Alfred in the process, because he's gonna be bait. Actually, more guys here that I can try to get shit from as well. Neat. I was like, nice talk, dude. Anything? Yep. Eat. Okay. Alright, there's that guy. Come out. We're careful on our left. You always drop a shard. That dude is so farmable as far as the shards go. So many shards. So annoying to hit in here. Whose idea was this corner? It's corridor, not corner, but you all know what I mean. It's fine. Alright, boss fodder! Ding dong! Hello, Alfred! I'm about to abandon you. Okay, where in here is my stuff? I don't think it's gonna let me use the hunter's mark in here. Okay. Nope. Okay. You little... That's not the right button. Damn it, that was a whole antidote wasted. My brain's still sometimes on Elden Ring mode and pushes the wrong thing to heal. Alfred, my man, I need you to heal yourself. losing 2 of my antidotes. I can't believe. I would have been fine in that fight. That sucks, man. Ugh. Well, at least I know for next time. Okay. Also, I was pretty sure I was gonna be right about this, but I had to try to use it. Maybe I was gonna get lucky, maybe not. Okay. I think I'm gonna wrap up there, chat. I would have another, like, 15 minutes, but it's a pretty hefty grind to get a full set of everything, and including I need to be able to buy... I think they sell antidote. I just have to have enough to also buy antidote. I'm gonna check, though, so I at least know what I'm getting into, to know if it's gonna either be a long grind of antidote, or if I can, in fact, buy... Okay, I can buy it, so that's at least good to know for when we come back next time. I don't know that I have any left in... Actually, I do have an antidote in here. Okay. So there, now I have 10 for next time. I just have to grind up, the healing item and the Quicksilver bullets, so... I definitely think next time we will have that fight locked down with a full stash of antidote, Quicksilver bullets, and healing items, if we spend the time doing that, which I think will be worth it, because we're so close on that fight. Like, we've been keeping Alfred alive pretty well, and when I'm not paranoid that I'm about to run out of healing item, I think it'll go even better. But for now, chat, let's see if we can find somebody to raid. Let's see. What are we looking at? Oh my gosh, okay. We are going to raid Zeph tonight. Zeph is playing, Five Nights at Freddy's, for the first time. So, that's super exciting. So we are gonna jump scare them with a raid. Amazing. Alright, let's get this queued up real quick. Y'all know the drill with raids. Be nice, follow their rules. Most importantly, have fun. Zeph is such an awesome streamer. You guys are gonna enjoy their content a lot. As always, chat, I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful day, night, evening, whatever the absolute heck it may be for you. Stream tomorrow evening, even though it's Thursday, because new Marvel Rivals event, question mark. I hope. Okay, anyways, chat, have a good one, you guys. Goodbye. Goodbye. Have fun.